The plan was to shoot some pictures of the super blood wolf moon with my cell phone to see if it was possible. And of course I started in an alley. Because I love the lines and the light, and there's just something cinematic about back alleys for some reason. This one was okay. Had a few interesting elements. Not too many people in it, which is both good and bad. Did a little walking test here. Wasn't too bad for stabilization if you walk slowly. I usually use one hand because I shoot manual exposure and focus. The auto exposure and focus usually runs a little bit too bright, so I use one hand to hold the camera and the other to adjust the exposure. This was some graffiti in a dumpster, on a post in a dumpster. Then I did some reverse stabilization, walking, testing. Didn't turn out too bad. The reason that I was killing time is because it was still a bit early in the evening and the moon hadn't quite reached the lunar eclipse point. And it's really hard to shoot pictures of the moon when it's at this point in the sky. When it's just rising off the horizon, the light levels are balanced with the moon and the ground. And when it's in a lunar eclipse, there's a balance. But at this point, not really. It's just nasty. And you need like a really special stills camera and equipment to do all the balancing, which I didn't have. And it's video. Video's even worse. You can't really do much with a video unless you spend a lot of money. Night sight worked pretty good here. Nice little balance, you know.
Okay, we're at 4K here. Focusing on the building, blocking it, pulling it down a little bit. Up to the blood moon. Now, carefully zooming in. That's 100% zoomed in. Pull down the exposure a bit. A little bit more. That's pretty soft. I will try and zoom out. There's an airplane. Zooming out. And we are 100% zoomed out. Bring up the exposure a bit. So yeah. It works, but
yeah, it's night sight. Not bad. Buildings were kind of cool. I needed better buildings, and I didn't realize it until it was too late because I didn't really think this moon thing was going to work. I just thought it was too far away, but actually you can do some credible shooting of the moon with the Google Pixel 3. It's impressive. And this was a 100% crop in camera. No sharpening in post-processing, or no sharpening in post, just pre-focused on the ground in a distant building, raised the camera up, reframed, adjusted exposure, and shot it. It's not bad.
we're on 4K. Auto exposure, focus. Locking on the building in the distance. Lock, focus, and exposure. Up to the Angel of Victory and the moon. Pull down exposure a bit. It looks alright. Let me start zooming in. And that's 100%. That's not a bad exposure right there. It's starting to come out of the eclipse. It's a little too dark. It's a little bit better right there. It's a nice exposure, but you can see there's a lot of pixelation. It's just too much for the 4K. It's like we could try to go closer to 50%. That's a bit better. Right there is probably not bad. Or there. That's a nice little composition. And then we're back to 100 right there. And if we pan down, it's a nice exposure for the street too. I mean, I think the street looks great. Here comes a fire truck. And that's all one-handed.
And that's it. This is a nice little shot here. Zoomed in, that's almost 100% zoom in. And then I did a black and white version because it was kind of cool to make the statue black and white and the moon colored. And that is my Super Blood Wolf Moon shoot with the Google Pixel 3.